don't want to get you in trouble here, Nat, or put you on the spot, but I'm going to. Had you read the book beforehand and were you a big fan?
I still haven't read it. No, yeah, I read the book when I was on the set of The Fault in Our Stars, and because I had a lot of free time when Shailene and Ansel were falling in love in Amsterdam. So I read Paper Towns.
That's so true.
And it was my favorite of all of John's books. You know, I just thought it was so romantic and so funny and so mysterious, and I just fell in love with Q, and I fell in love with Margot, and I loved the friendship between the three guys, and I was just kind of obsessed with that book. I would have, you know, done anything to be in that book, you know, to be in the movie adaptation. And then just a couple months later, they called me and said, "Do you want to be part of it?" And I said, "Of course." And then since then, you know, which was probably a year and a half ago, it's been on my mind every day since.
And John, when you think about the characters in your head, do you picture the actors that played the roles? So I imagine you had your own idea, but now do you picture Nat as Q?
Yeah, I mean, for me, Q has become Nat and Margot has become Cara, and you know, when I think of Radar, I think of Justice, and when I think of Ben, I think of Austin. In fact, like I on set, a lot of times they called each other by their character names, and I still do it. I still call Cara Margot sometimes. I did it in an interview yesterday because I don't know. I look at Cara and I see Margot, so it's hard for me to remember that she has a different name.
I mean, were you present on set quite a lot? And do you like to be really heavily involved in the adaptations of your books?
Well, I was really lucky to be able to be on set almost every day. You know, I did on the weekends. Every weekend I would go home, but it felt like kind of like being in like a spaceship. Like, I don't know, like when I was away from the set, I felt like I was in this like weird bubble apart from everyone else, and then I would get to go home. Home to the movie. So yeah, I was there almost all the time. It's important to me if I can be helpful, you know, like that's the concern for me, is just like, can I be useful when I'm on the set? Because if I can be, that's great. If I can't be, that's okay too. Like I just want to be helpful if I can be.
Was he?
We just wanted to keep him on that spaceship, you know. No, he was helpful. You know, his insight and positivity about. Well, I mean, his positivity about what we were doing on set, but his insight into the story was, you know, so helpful. And it was helpful on Fault too, but especially on Paper Towns, because like, you know, I always had to be in every single scene, and sometimes I just wanted to know exactly where I was supposed to be, and John and I would talk about it a lot.
A lot of times I would be like, what part of the book is this again? Nat knows the book a lot better than I do.
And my final question is, I mean, Nat, you've got the Intern coming up, of course, soon as well, with Robert De Niro. What's it like working alongside him? And does he do the face quite a lot in real life?
Does he do like the... So I worked, you know, part of the you know, I'm basically in the Intern as much as I'm in the trailer of the Intern, which is like one scene. But I did it, you know, too, because I love Nancy Meyers, and because obviously Robert De Niro is my favorite actor, everybody's favorite actor of all time. And they told me not to talk to him. Or not to talk to him. They told him that he's very quiet on set, you know. And so I wasn't gonna really bother him. But then when I was just sitting there, he turned to me and I was chewing gum, and he said, "Where are you gonna put that gum?" And I said, "I don't know." And he said, "You should put it under the table. When we were kids, we used to put our gum under the table." And I said, "Yeah, like sure." And then I put it under, and he goes, "Hey, this kid just put his gum under the table." It totally got me in trouble with props and everything, and I was like, Robert.
That's a fantastic
story.
story.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey